Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm Ken Adams, President of the Business Council of New York State.
Gail Grimmett, Senior Vice President of Delta Airlines.
I'm Tom Bloomer. I'm a retired Senior Vice President with Corning Incorporated.
Kim Jasmine, JP Morgan Chase.
My name's Alyssa, and I'm gonna need a dog.
I'm taking part in this video because I want business leaders across New York State to understand that investments in quality early childhood education are essential for the state's economic health and recovery.
New Yorkers need to know that education does not start in kindergarten.
75% of brain growth occurs before the age of 5.
85% of things like
Of social skills,
Intellect,
Vocabulary.
all before the age of 5.
New York needs to stay competitive.
and not just in the future.
Spending on early childhood education programs now benefits us now
It creates immediate jobs. They provide opportunities for local suppliers.
and makes parents more dependable employees.
The average working parent in America misses 1 to 2 weeks of work because of childcare problems. And that costs businesses over $3 billion a year.
For every dollar spent on early childhood education, we get back $1.86.
That's the power for the torn. Immediate benefits.
I mean, most of my career has been running businesses, running operations. It has nothing to do with early childhood development per se. Well, let me tell you a story. It really all started from when I was a plant manager for Corning, and my very best production department head was a woman. She was terrific. She got married, she had a baby, she came back to work. 2 weeks after she came back to work, she marches into my office and she says, "Tom, I gotta resign. I cannot balance my job and my family responsibilities." I knew I had a problem. I knew I needed to fix it. So that experience eventually led us to do a study. And what we found was that women were leaving at twice the rate of men. That's a problem. It's a problem because it costs money to replace employees. And what we found is that in many cases, their child care experiences were contributing to them leaving the workforce. So what are some of the things that we did? Well, one of the things we did was we built a child care center. That's a very important statement to our commitment to families in our organization. And the center costs Corning about $3.5 million in capital funds, and that's a lot of money. But if you look at how much money Corning has saved, which amounts to millions of dollars every year in real hard cash, this is a very small investment.
Our job at the Business Council is to attract investment into New York, companies that will move here and bring jobs here and help our economy grow. And as we reach out to them, we hear the same thing time and time again. They're looking for a skilled workforce, a quality workforce, a stable workforce, and they look around. They look for communities with strong, quality, early education programs, because that is an indicator of the stability and the quality of that local workforce. We've seen research at the Business Council that clearly proves that businesses that operate in communities where there are quality early childhood education programs have fewer problems with absenteeism, and they have much greater worker retention and productivity. Clearly, a state like New York, with a strong education system that makes those critical investments in early childhood education, stands a better shot at attracting companies and investment.
And for us, in particular, for Delta Airlines and other businesses that want to continue to grow in New York State, it helps us lure employees, it helps us lure a more competitive job market, and it helps us continue to grow.
A sound investment for the future.
I didn't realize that there was a large percentage of young people who were not prepared for kindergarten. If one is not prepared for kindergarten, then they stay behind for the rest of the time they're in school. It's a predictor for success in the early grades. We also know there's a 200% greater likelihood that they will go to college. At JP Morgan Chase, we strive to generate the highest possible return on investment for our customers every day. The same holds true for our philanthropic investments. The return on investment is clear. For every dollar spent, we see back between $4 and $7 from reduced remedial services and in increased earnings.
But we have to be careful. In these tough economic times, the state has limited resources. So we've got to be sure that the funding for early childhood education programs is directed to those programs that have accountability and are clearly meeting their goals and being successful in their communities.
The bottom line.
Business leaders across New York State are recognizing the importance of early childhood education.
Today, prenatal to age 5 is considered to be a critical learning period.
In New York, we need leaders who support strong early childhood learning systems.
The time is now to make this important investment.
Not just for the children,
but for our state's economy.
For both today and down the line.
To learn more or to get involved, visit winningbeginningny.org and download their informational toolkit, because quality early childhood education is all of our business.
it's my business.
It's my business.
It's my business.
And it's your business too.